Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to a quick video. This time we're in F1 2020 and in an exhibition race organized by AORUS India and Ultimate E, and coming up to my fastest lap which I did in quali just before the 50-meter board. Just break in a straight line and then turn and use all of the track that's available to you. And the trick with this session was that because no custom setups were allowed, you had to adjust to the available presets in game. It was just kind of tough for me. You can see I'm pushing the car, I'm pushing it quite well, but it's just that I like to set up and fine tune the car according to my driving style. And yeah, I think to adjust to in-game default preset was somehow tough for me. But yeah, up until now a very good lap. I think we are a little bit lazy coming out of this corner, but we're still around half a second up on our time. And it's interesting, races like this, because I knew that because the car was not suiting me really well, I might not have the pace to challenge for pole position. But yeah, I think I have always said that I'm more of a Sunday driver than I am a Saturday driver, and race pace is where my strengths lie. So yeah, a very bad last sector, so to speak, because I lost a ton of time through there. I think at least 3 or 4 tenths. And just to top it off, we run out of fuel just before the start and finish line. So we do a 1 minute 10.1, which as you will see right now was not really close enough for a front row start. And I knew that just if I could get a good start and defend really well throughout the race, I was pretty hopeful of finishing P2, because yeah, I am a myth in P1 was pretty fast for us. But it's 5 lights in Zandvoort and away we go. And just as I had said, we get a very good start. I think it was very important for us to just capitalize on that start. And so far I've been really good with my race starts, and I was thankfully on this occasion as well. Coming up into this corner, we get a slight push from behind. So I knew that IRC No More Pro Player was not happy about losing a position on the very first lap itself. But now I thought I had my work cut out for me, and just going through these next few corners, you'll see that we gain a lot of time through corners. But yeah, it was the straight line speed. And as I said before, that because I had just no confidence in this setup, I chose to have a higher downforce, because on the straights, if you're slow, it's okay. You can brake late, you can do something and make up time. But if you're just not feeling confident about the grip you have through corners and you run wide, then it's pretty much race over more often than not. So choosing the weaker of the two available devils, and we're behind I'm a myth in P2. And now I knew that because we had that straight line speed disadvantage, other people behind us would be just very rapid coming out of this corner. So I was saving my ERS pretty much for this straight itself. And on lap 1 at least, there was no threat from IRC No More Pro Player behind us, and I was just trying to get out of the DRS zone as quickly as I could, because I knew that come lap 3 it would be just very tough to defend when somebody is just coming with so much more speed into this turn 1. So I was kind of trying to play to my strengths at this moment and just saved all my DRS. And as you can see on lap 4, IRC No More Pro Player still not close enough, and getting closer ever so slightly. So it was just, yeah, cause of worry for me right now. And on lap 5, I think it's the first time I changed my lines to sort of break the slipstream, because I thought that he was getting closer and closer every lap. And now I thought that I'd maybe run out of luck, because he was just getting so close. And on to lap 6 now, into turn 1, and he tries to go round the outside, but we brake really late and in the process lock up. So yeah, it was not really intentional. I think I was just trying really hard to defend, and on this occasion I really wanted to make my car as wide as possible. But as you will see right now, IRC No More Pro Player is in no mood to just rest for any lap. And yeah, on the very next lap itself, he goes really deep. So I try to tighten my line, but our tires made contact, and that kind of ruins my exit. So yeah, I think I am not really sure what happened there. I think I probably squeezed him, or he was just having a moment there. So yeah, we made contact, and now we have to concede that position to the Williams. But now I try to just stay as close as possible and maybe try for an undercut in 3 or 4 laps time. And it's just going through these corners that I felt that I had the pace to challenge for a P2 finish. And yeah, just this corner as well was very tough for us. But on to the next lap, and we still have managed to stay with IRC No More Pro Player. I think we closed so much through these corners, but through the straights he was just too fast for us. So lap 8, and there is a safety car. So yeah, it was a pretty straightforward strategy. I think nobody had any doubt if they wanted to pit or no. So we have Rajdeep Paul in front of us who has not pit, but the other top three, the effective top three, were all same on the strategy. So now it was just really important for me to just catch the Williams in front of me by surprise, because I did not want to give him any time to think and plan his defense. So just at the restart, and we seem to have gotten a good start, because yeah, we're closing in under slipstream, but going up into T1 I just kind of messed my braking point, and that would leave us vulnerable to attack from Streeter on our right in the Renault. So going up into this corner, and there is, I think, yeah, 99% of the times there is only one line going into this section, and yeah, on that occasion we were just out of balance as well. So yeah, a little weak moment for us in the race, I think, probably due to the safety car and everything, just a little less concentrated right now. But I knew that I had to just really get back to it really soon, as fast as I could, because P2 was looking like a distant dream now. But on lap 12 and into this section again, we get another safety car. So this lobby just seemed to really like the safety car. So on the restart again, and no change in strategy for the top 5, I guess. And yeah, we're racing again on lap 14, 15 now. So we are still in P4, and I just knew that I had to get past Streeter in front of us as soon as possible. So not messing up the braking into turn 1 on that occasion, and just staying really close, trying to pressurize Streeter into making a mistake who wasn't really making any. So just trying really hard to make our presence felt, just trying to occupy his mirror before every corner, and yeah, just trying to just force him into a mistake. But on lap 16, as you can see, he has pulled a little gap, still not beyond the DRS limit. I think he's still within 1 second, but it was now lap 18, sector 3, that I really wanted to just have a go, because I knew that if I continued just driving behind him, I would run out of ERS and I think tire life as well in the closing stages. So all my attention now was to just get the best exit possible, and we were just waiting to get on the DRS as soon as this banking ended. And yeah, we're using ERS for good measure as well. So coming up into turn 1, just after the 100-meter board, trying to brake as late as possible. He does not even flinch really, but just we get a so much better exit coming out of that turn. And yeah, there is, as I said before, only one line going into this turn, and fair play to him. I think he just pulled out at the very right moment, because one millisecond later and we might have had a crash. So yeah, if I were in his position, I would have done the same, because it's just so tight through that section. So now I just really wanted to stretch a gap, break free from Streeter's DRS, and just get as close as possible to IRC No More Pro Player. And I was just hopeful that maybe towards the end I could launch an attack. So on the very next lap, and as you can see, Streeter again is behind us very close, but I knew that there was no real threat after passing him really. It was just I pulled so much of a gap through the middle sector that I was just really safe on the start finish straight. So now ever so slightly closing up on IRC No More Pro Player in front of us, and I knew that a move was on for the closing laps. But yeah, Codemasters had a different idea. So yeah, we lose connection to the lobby, which I think it's not as frequent as before, but it still happens to me. And this was the same issue which plagued me in my first ever league race, that was in Australia. And yeah, this meant that I had a delay in force feedback, and I just could not look behind me. So yeah, looking behind you to check where the other driver is, just to see how much of a push you need to give yourself, it was just not available to me anymore. And on lap 26 we had another safety car, so I was kind of in a fix if I really wanted to pit, because I had no idea of what tires I had. And as you will see how much I'm fidgeting with the on-screen display. So this is where I do something really stupid. I select a new set of soft tires, but in the process of doing that I just completely forget about slowing down for the pit entry. And it's it's just I always have to do something to make the race tough for us, and yeah, I do the same as well on this occasion. So just now forming up behind the safety car, we're in P2. So we jumped IRC No More Pro Player while we did our pit stop, and it was just now that the game just come on man it got just doubly irritating for me. So I have no idea what causes this, but yeah, it's just a frequent activity on this new game. And now when I take control back from the AI. Just I have no idea what happened there. So I gained control of the car, but I am in P1 now and I have no idea what really caused it, because I was not sure if somebody spun or if Amit spun or what happened there, but I knew that it was just it was just my chance to pull away. And I wouldn't say that I really thought that I deserved this position, because Amit behind us had just really good pace throughout the weekend. He really just made the car work for him, but I had just no idea. And if I were to concede that position, maybe just I would be given a penalty. So I just decided to let go, and we're again racing in Zandvoort. So on the new soft tires, which on the stream were being shown as 9 lap old tires. So I have really no idea what's up with this game, because I was consistently thinking that this is not how a new set of soft tires feel. So I was kind of neither here nor there, because I had no pace. The car was not feeling right. I couldn't look behind me, and I was in P1. So it was kind of, yeah, it was a mixed bag of feelings. But on this very next lap, Amit, as you can see, he's just driving really well, and I knew that I did not have the pace to challenge for P1. Still kind of want to fight it though at this moment, but it's just out of this corner that he gets a mega exit. And now my objectives were kind of changing, so I just wanted to pull a 2 second gap behind and just, yeah, maintain that P2 position which we had, because I knew that IRC No More Pro Player had a 3 second penalty behind us, and I was on 2 warnings as well. So one more warning and I would have had another penalty. So it was just, yeah, it was just really tough through this last couple of laps. And on lap 35, as you will see, IRC No More Pro Player is no more behind us. And I talked to him later, and he told me that he had a drive-through penalty because of some glitch. So yeah, it was just a really unfortunate race for him as well towards the end, I think. But I just really wanted to stretch as big of a gap as I could through these last 2 laps. But yeah, as you will see right now, I could just manage about 3 seconds to Streeter. So still I had no idea if Streeter had any penalties, and I just really wanted to keep it clean, because one more penalty and it would have meant that I would just slide down to P4 or P5 even. So just this last one corner to negotiate, and yeah, keeping it within the white lines, and just one last boost of the overtake mode. So yeah, we would finish in P2 on track, and now it was really interesting to see what Streeter does. And turns out he had no penalties, so he jumps us on the start finish straight. So we have fair play to him. He had a really good race, and I was only good enough for P3 on this occasion. So yeah, fair play to Amit as well. He was just in a league of his own, to be honest. And we finished P3 in this AORUS virtual Grand Prix. So yeah, feels good to have participated and performed decently. And I hope you had fun watching this video as well. So yeah, if you did, then make sure you give this one a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel, do all the good stuff. And yeah, make sure you check out all the other stuff on the channel. I make loads of other videos as well, so make sure you watch all of that as well. And if you have any feedback, then just, yeah, you can reach out to me anytime. So thank you for watching this. I hope you had fun, and yeah, until the next video, until the next time, just stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next one.